Hello everyone. In today's session, we will focus one of the most powerful tools in incident investigation, the 5 why analysis. As HSE professional and leaders, our goal is not just to fix problem, but to eliminate them permanently so they will never occur again. Okay. This session will help you more from move from the surface level thinking to identifying the real system failure and fix them. So welcome back in our today's session 5 why analysis. So in this 5 why analysis, we'll discuss about the incident investigation techniques that we can use it. Let's start with the problem. Now, what is the problem? The simple questions. In HSE terms, a problem is any deviations from expected performance. You are expecting something, but that result you are not getting, that is a problem. This includes any incidents, equipment failure, quality defects, or environmental spills as well. If performance is not as planned, there is a problem and it needs structured analysis as well. So that's why first of all we need to identify the problem. If you will not identify the problem, you won't be able to fix the incidents, you won't be able to fix the equipment failure, and you won't be able to fix the quality failures, environmental spills, etc. Okay, so that's why it's very important to identify the problem. That is the first way in 5 why analysis that we have to check. The next one we have here, symptoms versus root causes. Most organizations, what they do, they fix the symptoms only rather than fixing the root causes, which is very wrong. Not root causes, they don't fix it. A symptom is what you see, like a worker is slipping on the floor. But why did the worker slip on the floor? That root cause we need to identify. But when you root cause is the system failure behind it and you are not identifying, there is a problem. Such as lack of maintenance could be the one of the problem of the slipping. If you fix only symptoms, problem will repeat again and again. So that's why if you fix root causes, you achieve the permanent improvement. So that's why never fix the symptoms. Number one thing. Okay, always fix the root causes. Symptoms, they immediate issue observed, like worker slipped here that we discussed, and root cause, the underlying reason such as no maintenance system, that could be the root cause of this one. Now fixing symptoms, temporary solutions means it will reoccur again and there are high probability that it will occur any other department also or any other site as well. So that's why fixing the root causes is the permanent solutions and we need to focus on this part. Okay, fixing the root cause. So when you are using the root cause approaches, here you can see that symptoms only approach 30-70 you can see here, and root cause 10% approach. People, if you will fix the root causes, your problem will be solved 90%. 10% there are human error and other things will be there which is beyond your what you call control, that you can't do. But if you fix the causes, root causes, your 90% problem will be sorted out. So what is the 5 why analysis? Why I have choose this training? Because this is one of the simple method that you can use as a health and safety professional, food safety professional, quality, or any other supervisor or manager, any team leader. If you are managing any team, if you are doing any kind of work, even a worker also, or this method you can use in your life as well, day-to-day life. There are so many other methods which you can use for the incident investigation, such as fault tree analysis. We are saying the FTA. Okay. Then there is a other also is there, fishbone analysis. So all of these I will provide the training in the future. So let's focus on this one. Now, what is a 5 why analysis, if I will say? The 5 why analysis is a simple but highly effective root cause analysis technique that we can use during the investigation. Sorry. It will work by repeatedly asking the questions why it is happened until we reach a permanent real cause. So that's why we need to ask the questions why it is happened, why he was there, why the equipment failure, why car is stopped, why engine is stopped, so on. We need to ask the questions. Okay, so in iterative questioning, repeat why to dig deeper and deeper. Cause change, each answer it will lead you to the next questions. Simple and accessible, no specialized tool required. You don't need any special tools or very broad knowledge, very good knowledge about the investigation. Simple, you have to ask the questions and you have to keep asking the questions sequence wise. Industry standard used in Lean Six Sigma, ISO and other industries as well. So how it is originated? It was originated and developed by the Sakichi Toyota as part of the Toyota production system TPS in the 1930s. So now a global standard for root cause analysis. The people around the world, they are using this one as a root cause analysis, and it was found in 1930s. So that is the little intro about the 5 why analysis history. Sorry. Now, what is the objectives of 5 why analysis? The real objectives of 5 why analysis is to very clear. First, identify the true root cause. What is the root cause? The first number one thing. We have to identify the root cause. Go beyond the surface level symptoms to find the real root cause. Second one, once you identify the real root cause, prevent the reoccurrence. Once you identify root cause, prevent the reoccurrence. Means it should not occur again in future. Once you've done the part 2, then move to the part number 3. Third, it is improve the system reliability. System reliability, like strengthening the process and operational system. That is the third part. And most importantly, part number 4, shift from blaming individual to improving the process. Blame process should not be there. Okay, don't blame to anyone. Simply improve the process and improve the approaches as well. So simply we have to improve rather than blaming the individual. So this is the main objectives of the 5 why analysis to do the investigation. When to use 5 why analysis? When you can use it. We use 5 whys in all type of operational issues, accidents, near misses, equipment failure, quality issues, environmental incidents and audit findings as well. Anytime something that goes wrong, apply this tool and identify the real root cause and sort that problem out. Okay, so these are the areas there we can use the 5 why analysis. Next, 5 whys methodology, how it is work. Okay, first, the methodology is very simple but must be followed strictly. First, what you have to do, define the problem. What is the problem? Use the facts. Be specific. It should not be very lengthy. 3 or 4 paragraphs. Should be very short. So anyone can easily understand what is the real cause, real problem. Sorry. Then ask the first why. Why it is happened. When you are asking to identify the immediate cause, you have to ask the first why and continue asking why to go deeper and deeper. Identify the root cause at system level. That is the main objective of the 5 why analysis. Then define corrective actions to prevent the reoccurrence. Now, why we are saying it is 5 whys? Because we have to ask the why 5 times. Okay. It doesn't mean that you have to ask the questions only 5 times. You can go more than that, 6, 7, 8. Or sometimes you can close your incident investigation even in 3 whys or 4 whys also, if there is no further questions is remaining over there and you identify your root causes. So that's why it is simply, we are saying it is a 5 whys process technique to incident investigation. Continue asking whys, identify the root cause, number 4, and define the corrective actions to prevent the reoccurrence once you identify the root cause. Here, methodology, key principles. There are 3 key principles must be followed when you are using the 5 why analysis. First, define the problem clearly, as we discussed earlier as well. Then, no assumptions. Do not assume anything. Yes, this could be happen. Maybe this might happen. Okay, don't do any assumptions. Second, maintain the logical cause and effect flow. What is the cause? What is the effect? So same flow you have to follow. Third, know when to stop. When you identify the real root cause, stop there, don't go further. So you should also know that when you have to stop, whether you have to stop on 3 whys, 4 whys, or 8 whys, or 9 whys, or 10 whys. Okay, but normally we use the 5 whys. When the cause becomes the systematic and actionable, you should be stopped there. And this is where real value is created. Define the problem clearly. Use facts, not assumptions. Be specific about what, where, and when. Include measurable details that you can measure, numbering. Maintain logical flow. Each answer becomes basis for next why. When you are getting the answer for the first why, that first why answer should become the question for the next why. Keep cause effect chain coherent and don't skip the logical steps. You should know when to stop. No further logical why can be asked. So this is the process. Now let's look at a safety incident. This is one of the examples that I am going to share you, and in this one we will apply the 5 why analysis. This is one of the case study, safety incident. What is the problem here? Problem here, worker slipped and got injured. Now you have to apply the 5 why analysis here. Okay, now you can see here problem, define the problem. Our first part, what is the problem? Worker slipped and got injured. See, very short. It is very short. Easily anyone can understand. First why. Now, why did the worker slip? First why. This is our first why. Because floor was wet. Now, second why. Why the floor was wet? Because the water was leaked from the pipe. Third why. Third questions, why did the pipe was leaking? Because pipe was corroded. Next, fourth why. Why the pipe was corroded? Because no inspection carried out. That's why pipe was corroded. Why no inspection was carried out? Because no preventive maintenance system. So what is the root cause here? The root cause, real root cause here, you can see there, absence of preventive maintenance system. Most of the time, whenever you will get any issues related with the system, then we can say that yes, there is a problem in the system and this is our root cause. So once you reach here, you can say that yes, you have achieved the root cause of the particular incident. When you are doing the 5 why analysis investigations, at the time when you are asking first questions of 5 why, you will get the answer. This answer will become your second questions. Similar ways, the answer of this one, it will become the third questions, and this answer will become the fourth questions, and this answer will become the fifth questions. After then, you will get the answer. This will be your real root cause. So in this way, the 5 why analysis, we have to use it. And by asking the 5 whys, you will reach to the real issues. Lack of preventive maintenance, this is the level we must always reach. Now let's go to the second one. Second case study here, operational incident, forklift hit storage rack. Now the real problem here, we have to identify why did forklift hit the rack. Operator misjudged the distance. This answer will become our questions. Why misjudged? Poor visibility. Why poor visibility? Third why, because of why poor visibility? Because of inadequate lighting. Why inadequate lighting? Lights not maintained. This is the answer. Now the question is why light was not maintained? No inspection schedule. Here you got your real root cause, lack of maintenance and inspection system of the lighting here. So this is the second example. In this way you have to use the 5 why analysis. This is why blaming operators will never solve the problems. System must be fixed. Don't blame any staff. First check your system and fix that particular system. Sorry. Now what are the different type of causes in 5 whys? There are different type of causes in 5 whys. We have classified causes into 3 different levels. First one, we have the immediate cause, direct cause of the problem. Example, wet floor. Because there was a wet floor, that's why person slipped on that one and got injured. That is the first one, immediate cause of the incident. After then we have the second one, we are calling it contributing cause. Factors that influence the occurrence, such as poor housekeeping. There was a poor housekeeping, that's why the floor was wet. It is a contributing factor for the immediate cause which caused the incident. So as HSE professional, our focus must always will be on the root cause, not on the immediate cause and the contributing cause. Always focus on the root cause. Symptoms, process failure. Example, no maintenance system. So this way it will be work. Surface, contributing factor and the root cause. Surface, we can say it is a what you call immediate cause, and contributing factor also is there. Then the last one we have the root causes. So you have to dig deeper and deeper to find the real root cause whenever you are doing any incident investigations. That process you have to follow. There are some characteristics of good root cause. Whenever you are performing any root cause analysis, 5 why analysis that you are doing, so there are some good characteristics that you have to follow. So good root cause must meet 4 conditions. It must be controllable, can be addressed within your authority and resources. First one. Second one, system related, points to process or system gap, not individual behavior. There is the second one we have. Third one, we have the prevent the reoccurrence. There is a good sign of 5 why analysis. It will prevent the reoccurrence, fixing the problem to ensure it will not happen again. The last one we have evidence based. Whenever you are doing any 5 why analysis, there should be a factual evidence which can supported by data, observations and verified facts. So these are the good sign of 5 whys analysis, root causes analysis. Common mistakes that you have to avoid whenever you are performing any 5 why analysis. So avoid these common mistakes. Stopping too early, never stop too early. Maybe there are some other hidden issues or the root causes are there where you didn't reach. So don't stop early. Second one, blaming the individual. Your work as a health and safety professional, food safety, as a supervisor, manager, team leader or any quality control person, your job is not to blame anyone. Your job is to simply find the real problem, real root cause. Third one is the lack of evidence. Whenever you are doing any analysis, make sure you have enough evidence, because you have to present that particular thing to your management, maybe the manager, supervisor, or the senior people. If you don't have the factual data, then you will be in trouble. So never do that. So you should have enough evidence. And the other one, we have the identifying weak or multiple causes. Never identify the multiple causes. Causes should be there only one. That will be the real root cause. And whenever you are identifying the root cause, never identify any weak root cause. Okay, your root cause should be the strong one, which causes the incident or accident. So these mistakes will reduce the effectiveness of investigations. So that's why never commit these mistakes. Good versus poor 5Y analysis. This is one of the comparison. A poor 5Y analysis stop at human error. If you are stopping at the human error, yes, it is a human problem. Then that is not good. That is a problem with your incident investigation 5Y analysis. A good analysis goes beyond the human error. It will go to the system failure, like poor housekeeping. So this is the difference between the reactive and proactive organizations. Here you can see. Why did the accident happen? Worker was careless. Here you are simply blaming the worker. This is very poor 5Y analysis. Good one. Why careless? Rushing. Why rushing? Production pressure. Poor planning system. So this is the real and the good sign of 5Y analysis. Here 5Ys versus other root cause analysis tools also that we have. That let's do some comparison. Which one is good and where you can use it 5Y analysis. So complexity comparison, if you will compare the complex, whether it is complex or not, then 5Y is very less complex. It's not that much complex. But compared to fishbone, it is very much complex. Because in the fishbone, you have to identify the different things. And when you are identifying the different things, causes and sub-causes, that you have to identify also in the fishbone. Then the fault tree analysis is a much complex one. That you can use on the a very complex process. There you can use the fault tree analysis, FTA. Tool complexity best for where you can use the 5Ys. If complexity is very low, simple problems, use it 5Ys. Fishbone, it's a medium one. Complexity, multiple causes are there, use the fishbone. Fault tree analysis, if complexity is very high and the system is complex, then use the fault tree analysis. If the problem is very simple, don't use the fault tree, don't use the fishbone, use only the 5Ys. So it's very, very important as a health and safety professional, team leader, quality assurance, or any food safety professional, you should understand that which one you should use and which is very good one that will provide the real root cause. What you can do, simple tips, start with 5Ys. You can escalate to the fishbone or fault tree analysis for complex multi-factor problems. Next, benefits of 5Y analysis. Now, what are the benefits if you will use the 5Y analysis? The benefits are very clear and it is easy to use, requires no cost and improves logical thinking as well. Most importantly for this one, it will help you out to identify the system weakness if there is any problem in the system and support the continuous improvement by the evidence-based data. So these are the main benefits of 5Y analysis. Limitations of 5Y analysis. There are some limitations as well in 5Y's analysis. There are these few of the limitations, such as it can oversimplify the complex process. If you are using the complex process, it will simplify that one. So you won't be able to reach the real root cause. So that is one of the problem. It will depends on team knowledge as well, and that's why we must validate findings and involve cross-functional teams as well. So never do the incident investigation and using the 5 why analysis alone. You have to build a team and then you have to use it. So these are the main limitations of 5 why analysis. Next here, corrective actions. Correction, immediate fix to the contain the problem, like clean the floor, that is a correction. Then we have the corrective action, eliminate the root cause permanently, implement maintenance program. Preventive action, prevent the similar issues across facility. So that is a preventive action. So you must reach here, not the corrective actions, you must reach to the preventive action. So this is our goal. Corrective action, it will eliminate the root causes, and preventive action will eliminate the similar issues in the whole system. Next, 5 whys template that you can use. So this is the example of 5 why templates that I have provided you. Okay, define the problem first, then continuously ask why, answer you will get it, why. Root cause that you will identify, what is the corrective actions for the root cause, define who is responsible for this particular corrective actions, and what is the timeline for this responsibility. Once you do the incident investigation using the 5 why analysis, you identify the corrective actions for the root cause. That template also you should maintain to make sure corrective actions are implemented. Now, how you can use this template? Start with a clear specific problem statement, okay, and ask sequential why questions, identify the root cause, and assign actions with responsibility and timeline. Documentation is very important for the accountability, so never miss them. Best practices and ISO integration. What are the best practices? And follow these best practices. Use the data, validate your answer, work as a team, and focus on process. 5 whys directly support ISO 9001, 14001 and 45001, especially for corrective action requirement that we have clause number 9. Here, practice exercise and key takeaways. Simply, you have to apply what you have learned throughout this training. Use 5 whys on the chemical spill scenario. This is the very simple one, why the chemical spill happen. This is one of your task. Identify the root cause and define corrective actions. What are the corrective actions you are suggesting? Remember, don't fix symptoms, fix the problem, real root causes. This is the key to achieve zero incident. Thank you so much for this video. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel and like the video.